Welcome to Movie Lounge. I'm your host, Stephen Wassum, and as you may know, we haven't done an episode for a few months now, and it's just based on work and stuff that's going on with me. And one of the things that I was asked recently was, are you going to do more episodes? And I told people that Movie Lounge is not dead. It's still going. It's just I needed the good reason to come back. And this week has been probably the best reason why. And it started with the release of the latest Star Wars trailer, and then also Back to the Future Day. And it just brought back the reason why I love film and why I do film. And it just made me feel like this is probably the right time. So I have one question, and I'm going to get into probably the greatest thing that ever happened on Monday, and that is the Star Wars trailer. So I'm going to get with the question first, and then I'm going to get to Star Wars trailer and all that fun stuff. So the first question is from Garen. What do you think happened at the end of Inception? Was the whole thing a dream, or was it the wife's dream? So, and I've been trying to look for this link, and I don't know if it was a video or if it was an article somewhere. And when I find it, I'll put a link down below that you guys can check it out. And there's a lot of theories going around about Inception, and the best one I saw was about the ring, and to how to tell which is a dream and which is reality. It was based on the dream or the ring. And whenever he had the ring on, he was dreaming, and whenever he wasn't dreaming, the ring wasn't on there. So that kind of played, and I didn't notice that until I watched Inception again, and I started noticing it more, and I was like, okay, I can tell the difference now. My whole theories are out, because I thought the whole entire thing was a dream up until he wakes up in the airplane. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen this movie, yeah, he wakes up in a plane. So that movie is very interesting because of how it's played out. And I feel like Inception, the way it was filmed and how it ended, they never really told people what the story was and like gave away much. But I think it was, for example, like in Pulp Fiction, when they open up the briefcase and you see light flashing out of it, it's kind of like that, like where you can make the ending the way you want to. And I think that's really smart on that end of things, where you don't have to a movie doesn't have to give away the ending or give away every single detail of like the backstory. As long as we can come up with an ending of ourselves, I think that's even better, because it allows us to bring out an imagination and try to figure out things and hear what other people's theories are and stuff. And Inception, it took me a while to watch because it was a very interesting film, and I started off not liking it as much, but then the more I watched it, the more I learned the story structure of it, and I enjoyed it more. And it's a movie I can actually now sit down and enjoy more because it's allowing me to just broaden my imagination in storytelling. So. And it's not the wife's dream. That's mentioned that she's there as an image of Cobb's. So it's that one. I've heard that one before, and it's an interesting one, but it's not that theory. And the whole thing wasn't a dream. It goes back and forth from dreams to reality, and stuff. So I hope that answers your question on that. So it's an interesting topic, but the next thing that I'm going to talk about is Star Wars. And I got to see, just like millions of other people, got to see Star Wars trailer that finally came out, and it was awesome. Like, to me, it's probably the best trailer ever made so far, because it doesn't tell anything of the story. And I like trailers like that because it allows you to just dive in more and want to go see it. And from what I heard, it like broke ticket pre-sale records. This thing is gonna be massive. Like there's no stopping it. And there's a movie Chipmunks that's coming out the same day, and really smart idea to do that, to come out against another big movie in case that sells out, and then you can gain money on it. But it's Star Wars. You're going up against the juggernaut of all franchises. And something cool about Star Wars is the new one, The Force Awakens, is that it's bringing us back. I feel like it's bringing us back to the originals, not the prequels. Those are garbage. Like, I kind of just blanked those out. Like, I'm okay with the third one because my brother had worked on it, and so that one is kind of like really cool. Like, yeah, I know who works on that film. But the prequels as itself is not, to me, not Star Wars. It doesn't feel like Star Wars. And what's cool about this Star Wars is it brings back the 70s and 80s style of what the original Star Wars were. And so I'm very excited about this. And I'm excited that I have no idea what the story's about. No clue. Like, I have theories. And that's one cool thing is soon I'm going to be doing a very, very special episode and have a special guest come on, and we're going to talk about it and go very in-depth on the trailer and what Star Wars could be. I'm not going to give out all my theories about it yet. I could be totally wrong, and I'm cool with that. And so that's coming soon. And another cool thing about this, and I'll admit it, I teared up. I'm a complete nerd. Like, Star Wars is completely, like, my life. Like, everything I do from filming to, like, storytelling is based around Star Wars. Like, Star Wars has played a very, very important role in my life. And so I got very, very emotional watching it. I felt like a kid again. I felt like, okay, I can be a kid. I can do all these cool things with film. And and I hope this happens, and I think it's going to happen, that when people see this, especially people who are way older than me or my age, they'll feel like a kid again, because to me, that's what film is about. Going to a movie and just feeling like a kid and just totally lost in magic. And I know how film is made and all that. I know all the trickery, the trick shots. Watching the Star Wars trailer, it totally wiped that out. I was like, how did they do that? Like, I felt like I was watching magic happen in front of me. I felt like I didn't know what was going on. So there's a lot of cool things going on with the Star Wars franchise. They're hitting everything right, not telling everything about it. And the other cool thing about the Star Wars trailer is how they did the whole not telling everything about it is you don't see that much in trailers. Like, I saw Batman v Superman, which I called just the Batman movie, and I'm gonna see that. I'm excited about it, but I'm not, like, when I saw the Batman trailer, it gave away a lot of the story, so I know how everything is played out. I mean, I've read the comic book, and I know how the whole storyline is going to play out in that movie. And it was a nice little flashy trailer. But then seeing Star Wars, they didn't have to, they didn't have to give out all the money shots because it's Star Wars. Like, everyone is going to see that. But it made me more intrigued to see Star Wars, not because I'm a fan of Star Wars, but because of how they did the trailer. It left a lot of things out for us to kind of question, like, where's Luke in this whole thing? And, like, all that, like, where's I think it's the Moon Destroyer, not the Death Star, it's, I can't think of it now. I think it's the Moon Destroyer. I could be totally wrong. I'll check up on that. But it's very much the opposite of what Batman v Superman is. And granted, Batman v Superman is new. It's rebooting a whole new thing for DC Comics, so I understand where they're coming at. But when it comes to story, giving out the story, I felt Star Wars branched out and just didn't do much telling story, and they just showed really cool shots. So I'm very excited about this. This is like, I've been waiting for this movie for, I think it's now like 2 or 3 years when they first announced it. So I'm very excited about this movie, as you can tell, as I've repeated it over and over again. So that's so far what we have for today. If you guys have any questions that you want answered, or you want us to talk about a topic, you can email us at, if I can remember the email, you can email us at, where is it? I totally forgot okay, so you can email us at themovielounge15@gmail.com. Again, that's themovielounge15@gmail.com, and I'll put a link down below also where you can submit your email or your question in the email. And also, I'm going to send a link to the official Facebook Movie Lounge page, where you can actually now have topics, and you can, as fans, you can all submit your questions, and you can talk about it, and you can give your theories about it. So, yeah. And that's all. Alright, have a good day. Bye.